Hey folks, welcome back. Out here in the shop today, and as you can see behind me, I have made some room for my tractor, and that's pretty much a big feat in itself, because if you've seen my shop on any other day, it's generally not even, well, it's not even cleared enough for me to barely walk. Anyways, I've got the tractor in here today because I'm doing a bit of a year-end maintenance. I woke up this morning and it was 3 degrees Celsius, and I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's pretty much the alarm bells for me that winter is about to knock on my door. If you live in central Ontario, or most parts of Canada for that matter, as soon as it gets close to that freezing mark, your alarm bells go on too, because you know what's coming, the white stuff. I'm looking at my tractor today because I want to do a few things to it before winter does set in. And one of those things is get the paint touched up. Now, this is a 2012 Kioti DK40se. And this was definitely not one of the better years for paint. From what I gather and from what I've heard from you guys, this model year, and maybe model years close to this one, didn't really have the best paint application. I think Kioti has improved it since that time, but I can tell you, and you guys can probably see yourself by looking on the ground, the paint is pretty much just flaking off this thing. Now, this is 8 years old and going on 9 years. It's not exactly the most well cared for machine. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't tend to wash it. It gets washed when it rains. I don't tend to wax it. But mechanically, I maintain it really well. So aesthetically, if this were to sit inside a garage and maybe never get used, then yeah, probably the paint wouldn't be chipping as bad. But for those of you who own a tractor and actually use it, like I do, you're probably going to have some paint chipping off if you're in this model year. Let's go around to the other side and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So most of the chipping of the paint is actually on the loader. So I don't know if the loader was painted at a different time than the rest of the tractor. I know some of the tractor, like back here, well, that's not even metal at all, so it's not exactly rusting. But this loader up here, I'm getting a fair bit of flaking of the paint off here. And if you guys were to look really, really closely, the section where my finger's at has actually been flaked off and repainted before. That's why you see that little lip there. So what I'm going ahead and doing is I'm chipping off any loose paint currently so that I can give it a touch up with my own rattle can of paint. So you can see spots like this I'm going to touch up. Up here, you guys see that? Watch where my thumb is. See how there's moisture that's getting underneath the paint right here as well. See the bubbling? So I'm going ahead and I'm scraping that off. You can see all along here, same thing, I've chipped all this off. Same thing down here, and obviously down here where it's going to contact the ground. This isn't a big deal to me, but stuff like this where I'm staring at it all the time on the edge of the loader, I definitely want to get to. Some other spots that I noticed were really, really bad and sort of sparked my interest in getting this job done was underneath this tube here. So you can see I've got my hydraulic fittings here. Inevitably, when you connect the hydraulic fittings, you're going to have some hydraulic fluid leakage. And you guys can see, and you probably know, when it leaks, it tends to follow the path of least resistance to the bottom of the tube, and hence this paint was pretty well garbage. So that's getting chipped off. If we look here as well, we'll just try to snake around here. You guys can see on the inside of the loader arms, see that there? All that was flaking, and same thing over here. And so I'm going to try to take care of this today. Get it scraped down. I've got this going on. I've got my what do you call that, wire wheel with my grinder. I also was using, where'd it go? Right here. I was also using this, just a basic paint scraper to get it started, and that's, I think, going to keep me busy for a while because there's a fair bit of paint that is to come off. All right, so then what I'm going to do once I get that chipped off is I'm going to make sure it's fully cleaned really, really well. As you know, with any tractor and grease fittings, the grease tends to migrate and it tends to get all over the place. So I'm going to make sure that things are cleaned really, really well. Obviously, I'm not going to shoot soap and water down in the fittings, but you get the point. Finish scraping off under here, stuff like that. And once I'm satisfied with it, and obviously I got a ways to go, then what I'm going to do is I picked up this stuff, Kioti Orange from the dealership. This stuff was not $5.99 or $4.99 from Walmart. This stuff was very expensive, and so I want to make sure it's fully prepped to the tractor before I hit it with this. I don't know how much this is going to do. I'm hoping I can get at least a coat or two on there. Same thing with the gray, charcoal gray. And here's the part numbers for my 2012 Kioti DK40se SE, if that helps you. And let's get another close-up here. There is the part numbers, okay? Now, I haven't used these yet, so you may want to wait until you see the results of this spraying as to whether you order those. They tell me at the dealer it's a perfect match, and I trust them. They know what they're doing, at least more than I do. So I'm going to put it on and see what we end up with. And hopefully, when I'm said and done, it looks better than it did, because it doesn't look too good right now. Worst come to worst, if this continues chipping, which I anticipate it will, what I'm going to transition into is this stuff. Once your vehicle, or in this case, piece of equipment, gets to a certain age, if you live anywhere like I do, you know that you quickly shift from paint to oil coating. This rust check is what I try to keep the rust at bay with. This will quickly become sort of the paint touch-up if the paint keeps chipping, because I'm not going to be scraping and repainting this every year, that's for sure. Well, maybe I will for a few more years, but eventually, you know what happens to old equipment. You just got to oil it and slow the rust, right? So that's what we're up against today. I'm going to get the grinder fired up, and then we'll put a bit of paint down, and hopefully this thing starts looking a little bit better than it does. Regardless, if it doesn't look all that much better, I can tell you one thing. This thing is a solid performer. Mechanically, functionality on this is solid. So if you want to check out my long-term review of this tractor, I'll put it in the end of this video and you can check that out. Guys, thanks for being here. Let's get down to work. Hey guys, welcome back. 24 hours later, and I'm back here with my tractor just to have a little look-see and see what the paint did. To be honest with you, I was a bit skeptical of rattle canning the paint on the tractor, and just as I suspected, the rattle can did in fact leave a rattle can finish. You're not going to win any awards with this thing, but it did the job. You guys can see the main issue here. I got all the loose paint off, but what ends up happening, you just end up painting the bare metal, and you end up with a ridge here. I'm sure I could fix that if I went ahead and put like 5 or 10 coats of the rattle can on there, But to be honest with you, at this point, it's not going to be my cup of tea. So I'm leaving it just how it is. If you guys are in the market to touch up the paint on your Kioti, the rattle can is a perfect match. I'm not going to lie, I can't even tell where I painted aside from the fact that it's really clean. But you will notice the ridge. You guys can see all along here. See the ridge there? So throw down a couple cans of that stuff and you'll probably get rid of that ridge or at least reduce it. But I'm not going to lie, I know exactly where I painted. I can see it pretty easily. So if you're thinking you're going to get a factory finish with that rattle can, well, you're probably mistaken. Looking on the other side here, you guys can see the pitted part. That's where there was rusting going on under the chipped paint, hence why I got the chipped paint off. As I said in, previously, this tractor is a tool. I use it as such. I'm probably about ready to switch over from the paint over to my oil spray. So now that I got some paint on there, what I'll do, I'll let it sit for probably a few days just to guarantee that everything is, good as it can be. And then I'll start coating it with the spray balm, the oil. Now let's have a look at what that stuff looks like. I tend to use this stuff, and check out my other video if you want more information on this. This is Rust Check. I just buy it at my local tractor supply store or Canadian Tire. Or if you're from the US, I don't know what's there. Menards, I think, is an American store. You can probably get this stuff from TSC stores. They're leaving Canada, or at least changing names, but I think there's still TSC stores in the States, so you can get that stuff there. I'll just go ahead and apply this stuff everywhere, including where I painted, and hopefully that'll slow some future chipping. Once again, the chipping was a bit of an issue, I think, on these 2012 Kiotis, probably close to that year as well. I think from what you guys have told me, things have been corrected, but 2012 model, somewhere in there, you're definitely going to have some chipping issues. Get the old spray balm from the dealer, give it a shot. From what I understand, there's also close matches to Kioti Orange. I have not tried the Chevy engine orange, but I do understand some of you guys have, and it's close. Don't take my word on it. I do know for a fact the Kioti Orange from the dealer is a perfect match, but it's not going to be perfect, right? I'm talking the ridge. The color's perfect. The ridge is not. So just one more time as a review, there's the Kioti Orange I used. The dealer gave me this one. It's a perfect match color-wise. I never did get around to putting the Kioti Gray or the charcoal gray on the tractor. That's the part number. The dealer tells me it's a perfect match, but I can't put my name on it because I haven't gone ahead and tried it myself. Probably it's what I'm going to get up to today. It's kind of rainy out. So anyways, that's going to do it for me here today. Hopefully some of that process was helpful to you guys if you wanted to find out whether it was going to be a perfect match or not and what the end finish looks like. For me, it's good enough. Whether it's good or not, it's definitely good enough. So I'm going to get out of here, get back to work doing some other things, touch this up with paint, and I'll see you guys another day. Thanks for watching.